What up, what up, what up, man? The real coach JB and Sean Salisbury back again for Last Chance Q. I know you guys been waiting for it. So have we. We've been out dealing with everything that we deal with on the daily. Plus, football ended. The XFL has begun. College basketball is now the primary focus in the nation. Great Final Four, Sean, we had to deal with and get to watch. And now we're getting to talk about the NFL again. The draft is right around the corner, Sean. We got a lot to discuss, and without further ado, Sean, it's been good. Haven't seen you in a while, but Lamar Jackson is hot right now, and apparently he's demanded for a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. What's going on? Where does he end up?
You know, that's a great point, JB, and I don't blame him. Listen, I don't. You know, hey, like marriage is like anything else, and I hate to compare the two, but some of it for him, it's real life. Sometimes things just end. We're in a life where things come in moments and stretches. We can't assume that one guy's happy. Hell, we've seen it in the quarterback position a lot where these guys – JB, when I was playing in my era and in your era, we didn't trade superstar quarterbacks. We just didn't, right? You did not trade them in the primes of their career. Here's Lamar Jackson, the prime of his career. It feels like this is starting to get Aaron Rodgers-like when it comes to the uncomfortability between the two. He wants money. I'm sure that there's some feeling of disrespect involved, and we know how hardline the Ravens can be. There are a lot of issues. The question is, why aren't people jumping in? But for me, I don't blame Lamar Jackson. We have a lot of player empowerment, whether we like it or not, is to say if I'm not getting mine and we're not happy here and I'm ready to move on, then maybe it's time to, I know they're leaving him out there for it. I don't care that Lamar wants traded. If he doesn't get traded, he's going to start for us and he'll play or he won't show up. But I think it's time for the Baltimore Ravens to at least look into it. But, JB, on the other side, it's tough. When you're going to trade somebody, what are you going to get? These guys are hard to find in Lamar Jackson. He deserves to get paid. I wouldn't give him a 100% guarantee, but I'd give him a lot, more than Kyler Murray, more than Dak Prescott. So I don't blame him for wanting to trade, and I have no problem with him being transparent about it.
Lamar Jackson came out today, Sean, and said on Twitter, I want to first thank all the Baltimore Ravens fans and fan base. In regard to my future plans, I have requested a trade from the Ravens organization. And he said that this is a business decision. It is a very grammatically incorrect way to tweet something. I see that message, Sean, and I have to revert back to the lack of agent. He has his mother representing him, and if you're the agent of your client, which in this case his mother is the agent, look at how badly written that tweet is. You can't talk about business decisions and then come out and write a grammatically incorrect message. We have a lot going on. I love the kid to death. He's a phenomenal talent, but let's be honest, having no agent is really, really hurting this kid. And I just don't know if it can be sustained.
I will tell you this. You better have a plan in mind if you're Baltimore to replace him. I mean, the guy deserves to be paid with the way we do things in football. And this is a freak show talent. Is he still long for Baltimore? It appears like this is a going away party or going away message.
I agree. This is it. Why doesn't Lamar have any suitors is a question I have to ask you. If you're the Panthers and you trade up to get the one from Chicago, why not give that to Baltimore and take Lamar Jackson?
Okay.
Is AR-15?
Yep. JB, let me ask you this. Okay, so let's say the talk is, in a way Stroud's talking, is that Carolina watched C.J. Stroud. That's a lot of the talk of banter across the league. You start this and tell me why you would take Stroud and not trade for Jackson. If you're going to here's the problem. You already spent time trading all the way up, giving assets away to get to that position. Now you're going to turn around and give more assets away to get to Lamar Jackson. They've already screwed themselves when it comes to that. Now, I think Stroud's going to be a good player, but you tell me why in the world you'd want Stroud more than Lamar Jackson. They should have thought of this earlier if that's the case. It comes down to money. They don't want to pay that kind of money.
They don't want to pay that money, and you can get a guy on the cheap, Sean, as you know, as I know, the first 3 or 4 years, you're going to get a guy on a rookie deal. You can pay him upfront money, a signing bonus, but after that, they're a dime a dozen, man. And this is my source, Sean. I'm just telling you this before we move on to the next question. Here's my source. My source has told me that they think that Anthony Richardson out of Florida is Lamar Jackson-esque, meaning he's younger, he's a similar athlete, he has similar arm talent or better, and he has less miles on his legs, less miles on the tread.
And he's a bigger guy.
Number one, when I can take what in essence is Lamar Jackson in AR-15 in that first pick.
Okay, real quick before we finish. How in the world, and this is just a simple, let people know what they're getting on this damn show. How do you know you're getting Anthony Richardson? He's going to be gone in the first 10 picks, so that's a risk you have to take. Let me ask you, you give me one word for this.
I'm just saying
Lamar Jackson or the next 4 years, or CJ Stroud, who you want?
Lamar, because he's played.
Bingo. There you go. More of that to come, right, JB?
Hey, more of that to come, Sean. We're going to get that and a lot more here on Last Chance Q. Can't wait for tomorrow's episode. Don't miss it.